All right, so here's how things are gonna work. I'm gonna explain to you how things are gonna work, and then I'm gonna tell some jokes, and you guys are gonna love them because they're amazing. And then I'm gonna play some songs, and then we're gonna start Kill Tony. Give it up for Kill Tony one time. All right, guys, it's good to be here. I just was visiting my family. I was in Lake Tahoe. The mountain hideaway of my dreams. Up there this week, up there in Tahoe with my family. You know, my family's crazy, man. My sister's bipolar. Yeah, she splits her time between Greenland and Antarctica. My sister, she's also adopted. Yeah, she's adopted a real shitty attitude about not knowing her biological parents. Yeah. Had a rough week, guys. My mom finally gave me the sex talk. And I couldn't believe it. She charged me $1.99 a minute. I was like, what the fuck? My mom tells me that comedy makes people feel uncomfortable. For the record, she also once told me Mount Rushmore occurred naturally. I think I'm becoming my mom, you know? Because I never want to have sex with my dad anymore. I tell you, man, my family's cool though. You know, my dad's a cool guy. My dad's just really good with people. You know, I'm like, Dad, how do you talk to people? He's like, try English. It's like, thanks, Dad. I was using furtive glances before, but now maybe I'll give a shot at my native tongue. Is this thing on? My grandpa died recently. I hate to bring that up, but he was a really philosophical guy, and I was actually in the room with him when he died, and I'll never forget his last words. He said, "The black nurse drank my orange juice." Yeah. And then poof, off to the heavens. I have a lot of failed relationships, guys. A lot of failed relationships. I dated a porn star. That didn't work out. I only had one dick. I dated a suicide girl, but she killed herself. I dated an air conditioner repairman woman. Freud, is that you? I dated an air conditioner repair woman, not a fan. Then after that, you know, I dated a masseuse. She rubbed me the wrong way. Then after that, I dated a genie, and I rubbed her the wrong way. Then I dated a urologist. She thought I was a dick. You guys want more? I dated a CEO of Ralph's, but she always made me self-checkout. It's a visual one. Ah, fuck, man. How's everybody doing? Give it up one more time. Fuck yeah. All right, I'm gonna grab my guitar and play some fucking. We get Joel Jimenez up to the stage. Give it up for Joel Jimenez on the drums. Can we get some atmosphere potentially in here?
It sounded like your jokes went great.
Thank you, Joel.
Oh, the darkness. My natural habitat.
Thank you very much. It's first one. This is my birth control right here. skinny motherfucker. Go behind my back to the arms of another. Don't pick me up just cause you fell down. You're no good, skinny motherfucker. Go behind my back to the arms of another. Don't pick me up just cause you fell down. Don't pick me up just cause you fell down, motherfucker. Psycho on Tinder and she keyed my car. I'm not sure it was her, but I bet you know who you are. So come talk, knock, knocking on my door at 6 a.m. I just kicked you out, what makes you think I'd let you back in? So I call my ex-girlfriend again, you know what she says? You're no good, skinny motherfucker. Go behind my back into the arms of another. Don't pick me up just cause you fell down. You're no good, skinny motherfucker. Go behind my back into the arms of another. Don't pick me up just cause you fell down. Don't pick me up just cause you fell down. Skinny motherfucker, go behind my back to the arms of another. Don't pick me up just cause you fell down. You're no good, skinny motherfucker, go behind my back to the arms of another. Don't pick me up just cause you fell down. Don't pick me up just cause you fell down. Don't pick me up just cause you fell down. Don't pick me up just cause you fell down. Don't pick me up just cause you fell down. Just cause you fell down, motherfucker. It goes 1, 2, 3. Then we jump in the water. It's just you and me. These oceans of blue that surround us, this blue that surrounds us now. I'm a baby boy, you're my best friend Greg's dad. You, me, and Greg went on a jet ski group tour, but you and I ditched the tour so we could be alone. And now you're the king of my body and I am the god of the ocean. I hope Greg's not upset that we totally ditched his fat ass, his tubby ass. But I'm tired of playing these crazy games with your emotions. You are an angel, and I fucking love you. Greg's dad, cool guy, sweet man, gentle man, yum 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 yum. Soft hair, kind eyes, sweaty back, thick thighs, great lips, fat hips, fucking angel. We make love in the open water, and you start to hum a Peter Gabriel song. But we're interrupted by the U.S. Coast Guard, who informs us something's wrong. Greg is dead. There was an accident. Oh my God. And the Coast Guard asked us if we could identify the body. by his fat ass, his tubby ass. And you turn to me and say, looks like it's down to just us, babe. You goddamn angel. This song's called My Friend Adam. Gray shirt, khaki pants, black socks, skinny arms, empty head, no thoughts. Wispy beard, inbred smile, tiny cock. Oh, my friend Adam, oh, my friend Adam. These are all facts about him. Oh, my friend Adam. Webbed feet, coward's heart, creepy vibe. When he was 12, had meningitis, I wish he died. His rectal week, on a Sunday I would piss on his grave, and that would be the best part of my week. My friend Adam, oh, my friend Adam. These are all facts about him. Oh, my friend Adam. Ah, got a fiance, Lord knows how. Bless her soul. Poor girl, mixed up girl, stuck with a troll. His social skills are as bad as a monkey's, that all the other monkeys avoid. My friend Adam, oh, my friend Adam. Stop! And I want everyone to yell on 3, huge bitch. Okay, 1, 2, 3, huge bitch! Don't nerd! Full on guitar! That was good. Wears a trench coat, hangs out at playgrounds, you know he's hard. Oh, my friend Adam. Oh, my friend Adam. I wish he would fuck off forever. Oh, my friend Adam. Oh, my friend Adam. Thank you very much. That's it for my part.
Hey, this is Redman coming to you live from the world famous Comedy Store in Maine for the original Kill Tony Volume 4, Kill for Tony Hinchcliffe.
Hey everybody, hello everyone, wow! I'm Ryan J. Ebelt, look at him, that's the house artist everybody with a blank sheet of paper in front of him. He's about to draw tonight's episode. Put your hands together for him. Josh Martin, Pat Reagan on the pre-show, Brian Redman's here ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, everyone.
Let's go! He's on sound effects, sound, a whole bunch of fun stuff. How you guys doing Monday night? You ready for a crazy fucking night or what? Come on, you can do better than that, you fucking idiots. You're the mean of the comedy store. Let's get this shit fucking happening. Let's just jump right into it. I have some crazy dates coming up that I have to promote, as always, annoyingly for you podcast listeners. But there's people listening from all around the world. You guys are gonna come and see me and upgrade my install. I have to install this new fucking Apple thing.
What are you talking about?
I don't do the upgrade. I don't do the updates ever. Thank you. One person also doesn't update their phone. I like that. A lot of love for that. Tulsa, Oklahoma, San Francisco, Sacramento, Punchlines. That's me. Boston's Wilbur Theater and Oddball dates in Chicago, Toronto, and Detroit. Boston's Wilbur Theater, that's October 8th. That's a really big deal if you're into the biggest shows of a comedian's career. That's going to be mine, Wilbur Theater. 1,700 seat capacity. I think I'm about 130 tickets sold. So if you know anybody in the Boston area, I mean, I think I went in a little bit too far over my head. If you know anything about me, I really believe in myself. But back in January when I said, fuck yeah, you know what? I'm not going to do a club in Boston. Let's start at the theater level. And they're like, sure, we'll book it way out so you have a lot of time to sell tickets. They're like, how about October? And in January, I'm like, fuck yeah. Watch what I do. I can get 200 people a month until October. That's easy. So if you even just have someone who you don't even like that lives in Boston, really just invite anybody at all. They don't even have to live in Boston. I think it's only a 2-hour train ride from New York City, places like that. Really, anybody, anywhere near the East Coast, anybody really in the Northern Hemisphere. If you're a really big fan of mine, you're going to make the trip to the Boston Wilbur Theater, October 8th. God, that's so quick.
That's awesome.
It's going fast.
We're also going to be at the LA Podfest this year, September 23rd through the 25th. We're doing the Friday show, so if you want to see Kill Tony live, we're going to be picking some people out from Kill Tony to do the comic part of it. So
a podcast festival, literally built for people to not leave the house. They're doing a festival, and we're part of it for the third year in a row.
That's great.
So let's just jump into tonight, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? How many of you people in the audience are Kill Tony fans, huh? Me too. I'm a really big fan of this show, one of the biggest, and I'm super excited to bring up our band, who performs with us every single week. It's one of my favorite things in the entire world. They always have a different theme with their entrance, which seems has already started. Put your hands together for Reagan and Watkins, ladies and gentlemen. The Kill Tony Band. The intro last week was Olympics, the week before that was Pokemon Go. I'm guessing, by the looks of the Mexican with the bloody nose, I'm guessing that had something to do with McGregor Diaz over there?
No.
What was it?
Netflix's own Stranger Things!
I'm a big fan of that show, and it was recommended to me after I watched Netflix's One Shot so many times. That's the Tony Hinchcliffe 1-hour special on Netflix. I know some of you may not know that I am one of the first comedians to ever debut my stand-up on Netflix, but you just so happen to be at his show right now, so fuck yeah.
Did it suggest it because it left both audiences horrified?
Oh my god! You're so lucky that you're fully clothed today, or I would make fun of how strikingly overweight you are.
I'll let you know, Kill Tony fan came out to my show in Montana this week, and he goes, "Hey man, I just want to let you know, you're not fat, so don't worry about it."
Jeremiah Watkins and Pat Reagan. Jeremiah straight off of headlining his first weekend in Billings, Montana. Billings, Montana, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you heard Drake's song Started from the Bottom, Now We're Here, but I'm pretty sure he was talking about his first weekend in Billings, Montana when he was on that bottom part, so. Patty Reagan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Oh, I thought of a tagline for your Netflix special. It's Tony Hinchcliffe One Shot, Netflix and Kill.
Yeah, I like that. Fuck yeah, I like that. I like that you're coming up with new ideas. That must be why you have the haircut of a mad scientist. Mad scientist jokes, people. So let's jump into it. You guys want to meet tonight's comedian guest, huh? How about that? Every single week, I have two of the funniest comedians in the world join me on this show to talk to comedians about comedy. These are two of my favorite people ever. Put your hands together for the great Maz Jobrani and Yasser Lester. There they are. Fuck yes. Welcome, gentlemen.
Yeah, man, we brought our own water. This is the first lesson of a comedian. I have a lot of water.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you guys have an hour and a half in which you cannot pee, so good luck. Welcome to the podcast world. How's it going, guys? Maz, you've done the show before. Welcome back.
I'm happy to be back, man. I got the call today. I feel like I'm filling in for somebody, but here I am, man. Ready to go.
Yeah, so this is your first time on the show.
I'm definitely filling in for someone. You are substituting for someone way more famous. I was like, all right, I'll be there no matter what.
Yeah, I had a crazy weekend. Got caught up and didn't book my show properly at all. I didn't book anyone, and then I had Josh Martin do it today. And you guys are the fucking greatest for being here. I got stuck up in all that McGregor-Diaz drama over the weekend in Vegas. I got to go see the fight. You guys watch UFC at all?
You were in the middle. You were so taken by the fight.
I was. I'm friends with Joe Rogan. I sit so close to the octagon that I literally, I'm beat up afterwards. That's crazy.
Was it one of those things where the party just kept going and you were like, I gotta book somebody, I gotta book, but you're like, but then they're like, we're going to the club. You were at the club, and then
Yeah.
we're getting shots. You're like, I gotta book, but then you keep forgetting.
And I drove there and back with my buddy Pete C, and
So you had 4 hours there, 4 hours back, and you still did not book
I
anything.
tried to book the show on the way back on Sunday, and
He's really politically correct, isn't he?
yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Segue.
Sport at UFC is. The sport at UFC is a repressed, crunching ballet of homoeroticism.
One guy, Pat, 10 years ago, that would have fucking killed with everybody before it was a super respected sport. But now, just one guy that's totally gay for sure. It's like, yeah, fuck those homoerotic guys. Just starts sticking his own hand up
So
his ass.
wait, explain to me. So you were on the 4 hour drive back with this Pete C guy.
Yeah, and I'm getting stoned to the gullets, and I mean an amount of high that nobody, even people that smoke pot all the time, you can't even fathom. The horse of truth. He has obviously gotten high from Pete C, one of the best pot growers in the world. I can't say who he gives his pot to, but it's some of the best comedian minds.
But he's not good for making you focus and be. He's not a good motivational speaker.
No, yeah, it's definitely the type.
Podcast just went to shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically the type of thing where I'm just like, I'm so high right now, I don't care if it's Maz and Yasser. But no, I kept trying, but when you end up in these areas, the drive from here to Vegas, it's one of the only times where you literally end up with no reception at all. And so I blame somewhat of it on that.
I had a very similar weekend. I watched Creed.
Yes. The poor man's UFC is
Well, it was a Blu-ray, so actually it's the rich man's UFC.
Whoa! Blu-ray. I'm loving it.
4K television.
I love it. We have a song from the hit show Creed that Brian's queuing up. With arms wide open. That is from the movie Creed. You may not have noticed it. Yeah. That's the kind of Creed we are assuming that you watched over the weekend.
Why wouldn't they use that as the theme song? They really should have.
It is true.
They want to make money.
We're having too much fun, and guys, this isn't even the real show. How about that shit? Yeah, there's a whole bucket here filled with over 30 comedians' names. It's a fucking small one.
30 comedians sitting. You booked 30 other comedians
No.
and forgot to book us?
No, we didn't book them. No, they just show up and they sign up. Anything can happen.
Oh.
This is some of the craziest stuff in the world because sometimes it's like one of the brightest young comedians from the future, and sometimes it's a guy named
Al.
What was that one fucking guy?
Ichabod.
Ichabod. Oh my god. Ichabod, the fucking legend. Like it was like I pulled a ghost out of the bucket one time, and just this fucking real corpse came on stage. Like anything can happen. Yes. He was so scary that when I remember you specifically playing that that sound, and everybody died of laughter because it was so spot on. It was frightening. So there could be another Ichabod in here. Fuck, the actual Ichabod might be here tonight. So let's just get into it, guys, shall we?
You don't vet these guys at all?
At all. That's what makes it crazy. 1 second, sometimes it'll be somebody who we've seen do good a few times. Sometimes it's somebody brand new.
But if Trump wins, you can do some extreme vetting.
We actually had Trump on as a part of the band, Trump and Hillary. They looked a little bit like Jeremiah and Pat, but it was a few weeks ago. Pretty epic.
Which Trump?
What?
Which Trump?
Ivanka.
Okie dokie. So let's just get into it. Comedians, you know what happens. I pull your name out of the bucket. You get 60 seconds of uninterrupted stage time. Wrap it up at 60 seconds, or else you're gonna bring out the. Wait a second. Or else you'll hear
170 episodes.
60 seconds, you'll hear the sound of a kitty. Get it? That means wrap it up then. Don't run the light, or else you're gonna bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. Alright, you get it. Very good.
What's happening?
It's a
THX sound.
gets a little bit longer every week. Alright, I pulled the name out of the bucket. This looks like a new name. Let's see what happens. Put your hands together. Uninterrupted, 60 seconds for Lauren Davis.
So you guys like Stranger Things?
No.
No. My boyfriend really liked the main guy in it. He's always like a. Sorry, I did not know I was entered in this. Sorry, I'm okay. I'm making great podcasts though.
Uninterrupted 60 seconds. Are you quitting?
No, I'm sorry. Let me go in again. Let me in, coach.
You still have 15 seconds. After that, I'm not going to help you.
Okay. So I went to the store the other day and I forgot what I was going in for. You know what that's like? When you're like, oh, those wings look good. I want those wings. And you're like, oh, if I'm going to get wings, then like Mama wants a 40. If I'm going to get 40, might as well get 2 40s, make it an 80. Then I walked down and I was like, I totally forgot the pregnancy test. It's okay, we're out of the woods.
Fuck yeah, Lauren Davis. 60 seconds, 40 seconds of it apologizing for being called up on the show. In an almost epic maneuver that I've never quite seen before. You had no idea that your name was in the bucket?
I've never heard of this
Talking
show.
to the microphone. Lauren.
I'm sorry, I've never heard of this.
So you've never heard of the show before?
Bars, Tony.
You've never heard of this show before. You just so happened to be sitting in it when your name got pulled out
I
of the
signed
bucket.
the 2 things on the store list. I didn't know that one was a sign up to be in the bucket. I was like, oh.
I honestly wish you would have done an hour.
So,
I would have watched that for an hour and a half. No exaggeration.
Did you think you were entering a raffle?
I thought it was like an email or like they asked for your Twitter. I'm like, I don't know.
And then you asked about Stranger Things, and then that was it. And then you swallowed for 45 seconds and breathed.
So you see 2 sign-up sheets on the front patio of the Comedy Store when you get here. Now you came here to what? Do the open mic in the other room.
Yes.
You've heard of that show.
Yes.
Have you been to that show?
Yeah, I just did it. Yeah.
You did it tonight?
Yes.
Have you ever done it before tonight?
No.
So this was your first time at the Comedy Store?
Yes.
So you saw, very good, sure. There you go. Chase your dreams. So you see one sign-up sheet that says open mic, starts at 7, sign-ups at 6, put your name down, right?
They weren't labels.
They weren't.
She was just signing shit as she was going.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. It seems like you were like,
I'm in.
Josh, was it the usual sign-up sheet?
Yeah, Kill Tony was labeled. The other one just had the Comedy Store logo on the top.
Right. So you just, oh, how many things do you put your name on a day?
Also, he literally explained the
Yeah.
show,
Yeah.
and then he called you, and then you came up, and you had just
Yeah.
done stand-up. You literally could just done the exact same thing
Yeah.
that you just did over there.
No, she did 3 times the material in the other one.
It's a smart show.
I was heavily thrilled by being called.
Dethroned.
So, all right, Lauren, let's just get into it. How long?
That wasn't it?
You're on
No.
fire now.
You didn't hear the explanation. You're doing 9 more sets right now.
Yeah, 9 sets of 60 seconds. Lauren, how long you been doing stand-up for?
4 years.
4 years. Wow, where at?
Dallas.
Who's the person that just keeps starting applause for this? You have to stop that. 4 years was the key. 4 years, really? What the fuck was 4 years?
That's where every comic turns in their career.
Is that
4
the
years?
Yeah, it turns into someone that just signs up for random shit, obviously.
That is very, I'm here in the big city, like, I just came from Dallas, and I'm gonna sign whatever comes my way.
Hey! Oh wow, people are signing their names on the wall too in big letters. This place is fucking incredible. Lauren Davies. Davis. Where are you from, Lauren?
Dallas.
Dallas. Fuck yeah. How long you been in Los Angeles?
Like 6 months.
6 months. Very
Have
nice.
you been gigging on these 6 months?
Just open micing, mostly.
Do you have a solid 1 minute?
I do. I've never.
You never had
I
to
could
do
do
it.
a minute of material. I don't know if I've got a type 1 or anything.
Yeah, she didn't think so either. Might have a loose one, but not a tight one. Even Snoop Dogg agrees with me on that one. Phoning in from wherever he's at. Lauren, what do you do for work? How do you make a living?
I do marketing for a hedge fund, and then I do telemarketing for flappers.
The second one cancels out the first one.
I don't care if you're the president of the United States. If you do a telemarketing for flappers as your second gig, I'm like, I don't trust it. You mean you're cold calling for that comedy club?
Not cold calling. It's like people give us their information, and then we call them and give them.
People sign their, they sign their names.
Yes. Yeah.
They sign their names and then you call them. And then they're shocked as you were today when you came up here. Oh my God, I was gonna get a ticket. I'm here. I'm sorry. Wait, well, I don't understand the marketing for hedge fund. So why? Just because it's a hedge fund, then it's not telemarketing? Like,
No, it's email. It's like I contact potential financial advisors.
so for the comedy club, it's phone calls, and then the other one's emails.
I work at Goldman Sachs and Boost Mobile kiosk.
That's a wide range.
Yeah,
but there's material in that. I think that's kind of, there's actually material in that.
You're working for
Yeah.
exploitative business that does no good for the world.
Wow, we have a
And-
conspiracy Pat Reagan with us here tonight. Obviously coming off of some sort of indica today. You mean to tell me that you're into homoerotic hedge funds? Sounds like some Illuminati shit.
Ironically, Pat Reagan and I will be headlining at Flappers on September 21st.
That's called marketing.
Well, and also when it's empty, you know who to blame.
So, Lauren, do you make good money doing the hedge fund stuff?
No.
No, you don't. Why is that?
I'm a contract worker. I pay a lot in taxes, and it's
Do
only
you
part-time.
sign those contracts without looking at them?
Very good. Lauren, what's the rest of your life looking like? You have a couple jobs that don't pay well.
And then I do open mics and I do improv and sketch at UCB.
Ooh. How's that going?
Fine. Learning.
Yeah.
Aren't classes there like $30,000?
Yeah, it's like almost a college education to
That's
get in
so crazy to be a dork.
there. Yeah.
It is crazy. And you're so busy with it all, you don't even get a chance to wash your hair. So that's really crazy.
Would you like?
That's not my fault though.
Uh-oh. There's some flies that are coming out.
I got fucked in the car on the way here.
Oh, is that what it
It's
is?
probably my fault. No, I asked. I want to put a business on blast. Is that okay?
Sure.
I asked for partial highlights from a place called Blow Boss, and they bleached the top of my head.
Uh-huh.
You're saying you had a bad experience at a business called Blow Boss? I don't believe it for 1 second.
Blow Boss? Somehow I didn't even notice that until Jeremiah repeated it.
That's like a kingpin.
It's like they do blow drying primarily.
Gotcha.
But they bleached the top and they dyed the bottom.
You should write a Yelp review. You know, this place blows! All exclamation points. They really are the boss of all blowing. They fucked up my hair. It looks horrendous. No, I'm kidding, Lauren. So what happened? Where'd they go wrong?
Oh, they just bleached the fuck out.
Didn't you realize it when they put bleach on it?
I did, but it's like there's no going back.
Yeah, there is. When they're putting a bunch of bleach on it, you go, what the fuck are you doing? Get this off my hair.
Well,
Get this off of my head and put it on my asshole immediately! Look at that.
I mean, it's all painful as a lady. It all feels the same, but then now it's like it's still.
It hurts.
Couldn't you just like go to brown? I mean, there's other colors. Like brown exists.
I mean,
in color.
I can't do anything. I can't even wash
you
my hair
can't
right
even
now
wash your
because
hair.
I'm scared it will all
Fall out?
Did
Oh
they
my
still
God.
charge you?
Yeah.
Then you paid.
Yeah, why didn't you? What the fuck?
How much did you have to pay the Blow Boss? I've always wanted to say those words.
I paid $132.
Oh my God.
You should call Larry H. Parker.
If every broke comedian in this bucket gave $3 right now.
That's 6 months of your flapper salary.
Down the drain.
Oh, that's so sad. That sucks. And there's really nothing you could do as a girl. Like, you get a haircut and they charge you at the end, and it's just like, you gotta pay it or you have to run for your life.
Yeah, pretty much.
You paid $130 to look like a worse Jeremiah.
Yes!
Dude, this is the prettiest I've ever felt.
So Lauren, how long ago did you get this bleach job?
This was 4 days ago.
Oh, you should be able to wash it by now. Just deep condition it.
Deep condition. Okay, we have our fashion expert on the scene, reporting live from Fashionville.
At least they have a good toner on it. It's not too canary yellow or everything like that. They did a good job if you wanted it bleached. I don't think it looks like
You don't
that.
think I've got hot ribs?
No. You're fine. Just deep condition it.
Fuck yeah, Brian's going balls deep. Trying to join the itty bitty titty committee tonight. So Lauren, tell us something else about you. What else is going on in your life? You find a boyfriend yet? You're 6 months in Los Angeles?
No, I moved here with a boyfriend.
From Dallas.
From Dallas.
Oh my God.
But we broke up.
Right after you went to Blow Boss. He's like, what the fuck? What'd you do with my girlfriend?
You found him blowing the boss.
Do I get a split of the 130 you got from her?
How long did you date him before, prior to this?
Yeah. Tell the truth. That's the truth. Will set you free.
We'd only dated a month before we moved here.
Idiot! What are you talking about?
Yeah, I just signed up for it, I guess. I didn't really know what I was getting into. You know, it just sounded good. I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm Lauren. And he's like, I'm Blow Boss. Let's do this.
He's like, I'm breaking up with you. She's like, yes, and? I hate your guts.
All right, so
Occupation and a location. We'll break up with you.
You're an idiot who pays too much money to look stupid.
At a bus stop. Go.
So Lauren, look, everybody makes mistakes, and this is the shit that's like liquid gold in comedy is something like this. You met this guy a month in, you both move out together, like Bonnie and Clyde. Where'd you meet this guy at?
At Cake Boss.
Which is in Texas, that's what.
For all you die-hard Cake Boss fans in the world.
They're all heaters if you just pay attention. Except for that one.
Lauren, where did you meet him?
We were on an improv troupe together.
Oh shit, you gotta be kidding me.
Improvers in love.
Wow, so you guys were in a Dallas, Texas improv troupe where instead of, yeah, what up, Lauren?
He came out here to make it and was like, come along.
No, we were both planning on moving.
Come on. And he came out, what did he come out here for?
Stand up. He doesn't do stand up.
Then to stand up. That guy quit stand up and you quit him.
Yeah.
Where'd he go, girl? Or did he quit you? Who quit who?
I quit him.
Good.
Why is that? Why'd you quit him?
It was like really controlling.
Oh, okay, so you went through his phone.
Yeah.
So fucking women.
You moved in together, right? When you moved out, you moved in, so you had to get a new place immediately after.
He got a new
Wow.
Were you guys improvising together all the time, like in your apartment together?
Oh man, we tried, but it's brutal.
You tried to improvise a healthy relationship. When he hit on you, when he first came up to you, was he like zip zap sup? Kissy face just like a vagina.
Was he all like, hey, let's go on a date. I need a place and a... Oh, fuck. So you guys moved out here, that was 6 months ago. How long did you guys last in that month relationship out here? You guys lived together for a little bit and then he got his own place?
We lived together for like 5 months and then we broke up.
5 months.
What was the name of your troupe?
Lauren and Jeremy, do you?
Say what?
Lauren and Jeremy, do you?
Wow, not funny from the very beginning. Hey, let's not go see them. Was it really a two-person troupe? We got together for my lawyer, by the way, David Pierce Law Group, the greatest entertainment lawyer in the world. So good at comedy law that he noticed that it was only a two-person troupe and felt the need to let us all know. It is true, we all missed it.
That's what you want. You want a lawyer who can tag your jokes.
Exactly, that's it, all day.
Listen, dude, I didn't negotiate the best deal, but I got a tag for that joke.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So Lauren, that's amazing to me. How about since then? You've been a month free. I did the math. 5 months out.
Yes.
So you've been a month free. Anything fun happen for you?
Nah, been tendering a little, but it's like the cliche thing, like no one looks like their pictures.
Right, especially after they go to Blow Boss. I swear I used to look different. All right, Lauren.
Deep conditioning now on my way out.
Lauren, what you have any like short-term goals?
Besides a haircut.
That's my main one right now. I don't know, just keep fighting the good fights. Hang in there. Shut up.
Do you still do the improv troupe solo?
I did tonight.
No, you didn't.
Lauren Davis getting us started off. Thank you so much. There she goes. She's on Twitter at Lauren or whatever. Lauren or whatever on Twitter. You met her here first. Kill Tony.
Get that pussy comic. She's got we got some new meat in there.
Oh, Jesus. Ryan, there's certain times where you definitely shouldn't say things like this. Hey, go fuck her, guys. Seriously. Yeah.
She needs a place to live.
Get her while she has low self-esteem, but I
Go show her who the real Blow Boss is.
It's just so crazy that She had just done stand-up.
Yeah.
And then you're like, hey, do some more stand-up. She's like, "Blah."
I have no idea how I got here.
Hey, you know you just talked? Yeah, can you talk again?
First stop, I'd like to say I'm sorry. I pulled another name out of the bucket. I believe we've seen this guy before. This name sounds familiar. Put your hands together for Zachary Stein.
This week, arms are heavy. This vomit on a sweater already. Mom's spaghetti.
Thank you. I was born into a rich family, like really rich, which I recommend. You guys have tried it, it's awesome. It's not all good though, there's some negatives. People make assumptions about you. People make assumptions about my ideologies. They're like, oh, you're rich, you must be a Republican, and you hate black people, and gay people, and women. I'm like, no, you ignorant dick. I'm a fiscal Republican. I just hate poor people. People make assumptions about my wife. They think it's easy. They're like, oh, you're rich, you don't have any problems. I can tell you from first-hand experience, I have a mother who's mentally unwell. She was physically and emotionally abusive and refused to show me love. So, yeah, I would say I had some problems. I also had an indoor pool, which helps a lot with the problems.
Fuck yeah, Zachary Stein back on the show.
I can't believe someone with the last name Stein was born rich.
Yeah.
What a shocker.
You won Ben Stein's money.
Oh, very good. There you go. All right. Zachary, now
I'll be here all week.
Why? We only do the show once a week.
No, I don't have anywhere to go.
Pat's just gonna stay here for the week, guys, if that's okay. Comedy Store staff, if you could just let him spout conspiracy theories from his side mic over there once in a while.
Did you really grow up rich? Like, so you look like Dan Quayle. You had a ton of money growing up.
But you dress
Did you just do a Dan Quayle show?
No one does it anymore.
Was that
Dan Quayle jokes.
I don't even remember what he looks like, Brian. I'm almost impressed.
Like a Republican.
Yeah.
So Zachary, let's just get into it. The reason why I remembered your name when I pulled that out is because you are actually, in our history books, a pretty famous character. Because the first time Zachary was on the show, he wore very tight khakis, and we realized immediately that, and we talked about it for the rest of his time up here, his gigantic penis. Now, I don't know if any of you can notice, but even jeans are not hiding. Now don't try to fix it, Zachary. Let them fucking see what you're dealing with. I mean, it is almost shockingly impressive.
He's rich and has a big cock?
It's unbelievable. Now, I mean, it's so big that, I mean, literally...
And white. That's the trifecta.
It really is.
Everyone has been looking for.
You know how many Trump supporters you could bang?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 14 so far.
Wow.
You been to a rally? Have you been to a Trump rally?
Yeah.
You did?
No, not really.
Have you been with another Republican girl before?
Yeah. One girl I did in college was like a young Republican, but then.
Now, do you stick it all in right away, or do you just put like, do you just start with like the 1%? You know what I mean? That is a big dick Republican joke.
I think he starts with the 1% and lets it trickle down.
Yes, exactly. We are killing right now. I mean, there are people that are billionaires that would have laughed at that.
Either way, he's using it to fuck the black community.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
It is the wall. Come on.
Yeah, just lay that across the Mexican border. I don't know how to get over these.
El Capo Grande.
Oh shit! Really can't beat a big dick. I mean, you probably can, Zach, but
Twice a day.
Where's your family's money from? What kind of like real estate?
Obviously, you keep a few thousand in your crotch. But How do your parents have money?
Hair salons.
Get Wait a second. Your dad's the blow boss? Holy shit. It makes sense. Since he probably has a giant dick too, that would make sense if that's his company.
Which hair salons? Vidal Sassoon? Or?
No, but I've worked there for like when I first moved here.
Wow, so you're a hairstylist.
No, I can't. I just I like manage a salon in Santa Monica right
I like this creepy pedophile giggle that you have. Before you answer almost any question, you go.
Why do you rest the mic on your chin? You should let it come off a little bit. I know you're rich and used to like have just relax.
And we know that you're used to having things this size connected to your body at all times, but you don't have to keep it exactly on your chin. So Zachary, now let's just get into it. You talked about you shit on poor people for a second there during your act.
I said I hate
See,
work.
my thing
Were you
is
about to say it was a joke?
Right.
It was a joke.
Let me just give you a note on it. I say if you're gonna go there, then go all the fucking way. Like if you're gonna say, people think I don't like blacks and Mexicans and this and that. No, I just don't like poor people. Then fucking after you say that, like get back into it. Like it just so happens that most of them are black and Mexican. You know what I mean? Fucking attack. You can't. Sharks don't just go like nibble and then leave you. You have to fucking either go for it or get the fuck or don't go there at all. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's hard to make people laugh at it. He's a Republican and he's shitting on poor people joke. And he obviously has a giant cock. I mean, why do I even want to laugh at this guy? I'd much rather watch him have a bad day.
Yeah, that's a hard sell. You don't want to be hateable. Like you want the audience to actually like you and laugh.
We had
at you.
some good self-deprecating stuff with the mother has all the problems, but they had the indoor pool, which made it easier. That's kind of where he needs to be. A lot like self-deprecation when you're come from such privilege. When you go right up top and I'm white and I'm rich.
Your mom has mental health issues?
Yeah, she's like a borderline personality.
Well, your dick is definitely bipolar. Nothing, okey doke. It's a little bit more of a thinker. I thought
He
it was
just overdosed on his dick joke.
they're a mouthful.
Hey.
So, Zachary, what do you do for work?
I manage a hair salon.
You do manage a hair salon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you
wow.
get in because you were like, yo, my dad owns a bunch of these? And
someone I worked with in management, like in one of our Miami salons, referred me to this person who she had worked with before, and they needed a manager.
And so do your...
Wait, referred? You didn't just...
Huh?
You said you were referred?
Well, this is not my parents' salon, this one. This is just, we don't have any
I just don't understand why you work. You just seem so stupid for having a job. Never in a million years.
Yeah, let me ask you this, Zachary. What's your, do you live by yourself?
I don't have a roommate.
What is this smile giggle that you have? You say it like your roommate's an 11-year-old girl who's tied up.
I don't understand. How can you say, I don't know how you can say you're rich and then be like, I had to get a referral to manage a salon because I have a roommate. Like, that's just like...
I'm so fucking loaded, I have a roommate.
You're trying, listen, you're trying to live an ordinary life, and that's actually a question I have for you. How do your family feel about you being a comedian and having a roommate? Like he was just saying, like, are your parents like, what the fuck? We're rich. Like, what are you doing? Like, do you have any of that coming from them?
Are they ever like, why do you have a roommate when you can just pitch a tent anytime you want? Go on, how are you? Back to Maz's question. Had to get that joke in, but back to Maz's question.
No, they like me having a roommate. I've known him like my whole life, and he's responsible. And I just I'll do a bunch of drugs and drink and stuff. So it's good to have someone like.
He's the only guy that can do lines of coke off of his own dick. Nothing? Only 5 people? You guys, you know what? Let's just come back next Monday. What kind of drugs are you into, Zachary?
Tony, it's sounding like his roommate is a butler.
I have a roommate, his name's Alfred. He watches the Batmobile. What does your roommate do for work?
He does editing. He's an assistant editor on the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Really?
Yeah.
But are your parents aware that you're doing stand-up comedy?
Yeah.
Are they worried about you with the drugs and stuff?
No, I play it down.
Oh, you play it down?
Yeah.
What kind of drugs are you doing?
I only do a little drugs.
This isn't, you know what, let's tell him, this is not a show, it's intervention. Guys, we'll get up.
Hey, Dad.
There's your father. There's the butler.
So Zachary, where do your parents, you live here in LA?
Yeah, but I'm from like Michigan.
Your parents still live in Michigan?
Yeah.
How long have you been out here?
A little less than a year.
A little less than a year.
All the blood's going to his cock.
Exactly. I feel like his cock's gonna make an appearance in the new Pirates of the Caribbean, by the way. I feel like he went into his roommate's bedroom and just laid his dick on Jack Sparrow or something like that. Zachary, anything else cool happen in your time here in LA?
I've done some fun shows and stuff, yeah, but that's about it.
You see any celebrities?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to know which ones?
What?
I said, would you like to know which ones?
Sure, go ahead, Zachary. I mean, you didn't have to ask me like you were about to kill me afterwards. But would you like to know which ones? Before you die? Who is it, Zach?
I don't know, just famous people around here and stuff.
This thing I've ever seen.
Would you like to know which ones? I don't know.
I shared a stage with Tony Hinchcliffe.
There you go, Zach. Way to silence the crowd.
Tony, this is why he needed a referral, because he'd be terrible at a job interview.
Yeah.
What's your previous work experience? I've worked before.
Do you have any questions for us? Yes, I do.
Do you want me to ask you now if I have questions?
Are you high right now?
No, that was earlier today, so I'm still like, well,
oh, okay.
Here's a story for you. This is how you tell a celebrity story. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier today I was buying a drill at Orchard Supply Hardware. Who's in line behind me? Miss Catherine Keener. That's how you tell a story. Catherine Keener being John Malkovich. You idiots.
They don't even know who that is. No, this is how you tell a celebrity story.
Okay.
Jack Nicholson fucked me in the ass. There you go. That's a celebrity story right there.
Here's Johnny.
Wait till you get a load of me. That's a deep reference for you guys. So Zach, anything else? Let's get back into this giant dick for a second. Last time you went on a date or hooked up with anybody, how did that go down? Where was that at?
it was like a hooker at my place.
A hooker at your place? Wow, very honest.
Now you're that's more like it. That's what rich Republicans should be.
I got a hooker at my place.
What level of hooker are you getting? Are you getting like a 200 flower, 500? Like, are you?
No, it was like 140 per
Wow.
140.
How'd it go?
So you're basically responsible when it comes to hookers as well.
Well, it's about, I wanted to cause less than like a date, so I feel like I'm,
Wait, say that again.
less than a date, so it's like I'm getting a good value out of it.
Less than a day?
All right.
Less than a date.
Oh, gotcha.
He actually does the math.
The new Avengers is $17.
So like if she's leaving, he's like, can I have a bottle of water? No, it's gonna be $2. That's the limit. No
In my
water.
head, rich white guys always get hookers and then they beat them up at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Is that true?
Wow, he agreed to that very quickly. Have you ever gotten rough with a hooker at all? Tell the truth, Zach. Don't try to be funny.
No.
Craziest hooker experience you've ever had?
We did it on the first one.
If I don't remember, then fuck it. What was it? Can you get to the gist of it?
Yeah, there was just like, nothing crazy, but there was, she asked me what to put in her asshole, and I never put in anyone's asshole. And it was just very wide, and it was like wider than any vagina.
That's right, you said that the asshole was looser than her vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that. That shit's crazy.
That's talented.
Yeah.
So Zach,
She works for Metamucil. That's why.
Do you prefer black, white, Asian? What's your favorite style of hooker?
They're called people,
Yeah, 'cause
Brian. They're called people.
What's your favorite style of hooker?
Alright, do you
I
like...
prefer black and Hispanic based on price point.
Oh.
Well, that just shows you the economy. Like minorities don't make as much as white people do.
It's a goddamn shame because they're just as talented.
Well, see, you are a Democrat after all. You're trying to help the poor. Oh, that's so nice of you.
But it's not really because of the price. It's because you're
No,
into...
whatever. I don't care what. Like, I'm attracted to, like, most women.
Yo, pussy is pussy, baby. Yo, that's what's up.
I don't know. Yeah. It's,
Any girl ever say anything crazy when they see the meat hog that you're dealing with?
yeah. Well, I mean, it's just something like I can't be on top. But,
Yeah, they say the craziest things, like, this might hurt a little bit. I'm dying. I'm choking to death. You're hurting me, Zachy.
You can never be on top.
no, she couldn't
They
be on
can't.
top.
They can't be on top.
They can't be on top.
Because it's like sitting on a fire hydrant.
Jeremiah has such a small penis that he can't fathom what's happening here. He goes, what direction does it work in?
I just imagine like it would be easier for the girl to be on top, so she could slowly do squats like. You know, otherwise if he's on otherwise if he's on top of her, then he has the full torque to like be like, you like that? You like that? And it's at his disposal. So I was just trying to clear things out.
Jeremiah put a lot of thought into this.
You were like a lawyer just pleading your case right there. That was amazing.
Also, my boy Jeremiah's got a nice sized dick.
Thanks, Patty.
Wow.
I have a question. Is it a grower or a shower?
It's already gone.
No, but it is. It's more. It's like a grower. Yeah.
Hey, me too.
It's a grower?
Listen, just to move the conversation off your cock for a second. With that Republican girl that you dated in college, was it?
Yeah.
So
How big
was
is
she
your dick?
was she in the premarital? Like, did you guys have sex?
Yeah.
So all that shit that Republicans talk is just bullshit.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, let's have sex and I'll have an abortion and fucking whatever.
Wait, you mean
Looks like
Republicans
a
are
vaccinated.
hypocritical in their views when it comes to the bedroom?
All right, well, let's go back to it. Anyway.
All right, Zachary, that's pretty much the gist of it. I think we got enough of you.
Am I sitting on a chair or your dick right now?
There you go, Zachary Stein. He's on Twitter, _Stein. Fuck yeah. There you go. Let's get right into it, shall we? I pulled another name out of the bucket. I believe I've seen this one before. Put your hands together for Tim Hamlin, everyone.
All right, George Zimmerman just auctioned off his pistol, and he made enough to buy a house. And I was thinking about that. I was like, God damn, what a crazy world we're living in, where George Zimmerman is walking around free, and R. Kelly is locked up. And then I realized R. Kelly is not locked up, and I was like, God damn. What have you got to do to a black teenager in America to get locked up? Well, the legal system is fucked up, and I think I know why. It's because like we got to get a new Supreme Court judge right now, and Supreme Court judges, we got 9 of them. You know what that job pays? $240,000 a year. You know how much money Judge Judy makes in a year? $47 million. Can you imagine? If she was a man, she'd be making like $57 million. Wow.
Tim Hamlin.
Mama rolling that body, got every man in it with it. Sitting on going rum. I'm like, so what? I'm drunk. It's a freaking weekend, baby. I'm about to have me some fun.
Killer set from Tim Hamlin. Dude, it's destroyed. I believe you've been on the show twice before, right?
Never.
Never, really?
Fucking almost a year now.
Wow. You've never gotten up on this show? That is crazy.
I come once in a while.
Well, it has shown that you have been, doing something. Those are a couple
Thanks,
of
man.
hilarious fucking
I mean,
jokes.
low key, I just feel like he's Norm Macdonald. I mean, just
Playing a character.
How long you been doing stand-up?
6 years.
Norm Macdonald in a Lucifer costume. Tim, you are a fucking interesting guy because you're actually funny. How long have you been doing? I'm barely even used to this on this show anymore. I almost don't even know what to do with you. How long have you been doing stand-up?
6 years.
6 years. Wow. So maybe like I brought you up one time hosting or something like that. That room, do you remember that maybe? Years
I
ago?
don't think so.
What were you doing before stand-up?
I've been doing stand-up. Well, when I was in Florida, I was doing stand-up. I could pay my bills by doing stand-up. But before that, I was doing security work, electronic security, like video cameras and stuff like that.
You would install cameras?
Yeah.
Girls' bathrooms.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a little freaky.
You know, my mom told me my dad was a security camera installer.
Say that again. Say that again, Pat.
My mom told me my dad was a security camera installer.
Is that the same hair?
Same hair. Oh my God. I think we have a breaking case. Somebody called Maury Povich. We're about to find out what's going on here. Tim, did you ever make your way through, Pat, where are you from?
Brownsburg, Indiana.
I was actually born in Youngstown.
Is no way. You were born in Youngstown, Ohio? Then you had to pretty much, I mean, like 95% odds that you were born at St. Elizabeth's Hospital?
I don't know.
Yeah, we had to be born at the same hospital.
Yeah,
That's sort of crazy, Tim. Why were you born in Youngstown? Is that where you're from?
They went there for the delivery.
I don't know. Like it seems like if you're not from Youngstown, then it seems like you have to be passing through. It's Interstate 80. So
No, my
it's
folks
like,
live there. That's where my folks live.
wow.
Yeah.
Where in Youngstown did your parents live?
Boardman.
Oh, that's like the rich suburb.
No, I don't think
Interesting. So Tim, when did you get out of Youngstown?
when I was like 6, went to Miami.
Wow, that's a
Out
huge
of
jump.
Miami.
Right on.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Look at this, man. Next thing you know, you're going to tell us you were in Iran for some time.
Were you part of the Iran-Contra? No?
It's like my dad's all over north.
Do you have I have the missiles. You got the cash?
Make something happen.
You certainly dress like it. The look of a man that's made many briefcase exchanges before. What do you do for work now, though? Still security?
I'm able to do it once in a while, so I can concentrate on stand-up and writing.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
How about your personal life? What's going on with that?
It's good. Good. I got a good girl.
Slamming pipe.
Huh?
Slamming pipe.
How long?
Got a good
I've been
pipe
with her
to
for about
slam.
10 years.
What's that?
I've been with my girl for 10 years.
10 years. That is so awesome.
Yeah, she's good.
Oh wait, so you've been doing stand-up 6?
Yeah.
Which means the relationship got boring 4 years in.
Well, I was in a band when we met. And broke up. So she's always cool with me.
He is Pat's dad. He has musicality oozing from his pores.
He was in a band called Hamlin and Watkins. Tim Hamlin, what was the name of your actual band?
Swoop.
Swoop. Baby Swoop.
How many members?
It fluctuated.
Usually
4.
What did you do in the band?
Huh?
What would you do in the band?
I played bass.
Okay.
Yeah, the bass guitar.
Were you a
Yeah,
funny?
the band.
Were you a funny bass? Were they always like? Were the guys always like? You should do comedy. Were you always funny?
People that know me would say that, but I'm not real. Like
People who don't know wouldn't say that.
people that know me well.
His career went nowhere.
People that know
Except the
me well.
living room, where people that knew him found him funny.
Do you ever play bass anymore?
No, I haven't in a bit. I want to get one. I left all my guitars back in Florida.
What do you do for fun now?
I'm just trying to get this thing
stand up
going.
all the
man.
time.
Yeah, it's right all day long.
You ever notice that your look gets you into interesting situations ever?
People remember me.
Do people? Let me ask you
I'm
this.
talking to people I met like 8 years ago, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I know you." And,
They're like, oh yeah, you're the guy that looks like a mannequin at Ross. For you.
Have you noticed like a lot of like parents will tell their daughter like, "Get over here, sweetheart," like, when you walk around.
Yeah, it looks.
Come over here, Kelly. Come over here, Kelly. Like that.
Yeah, but it's. I guess it's a self-defense thing. You know?
Does anybody ever recognize you? Like, do they ever come up to you like, "Hey, what's up? You play bass for Swoop, right?"
Well, yeah, all the time. My dad was in the. My dad had like a minor stroke or something, and I went to the hospital.
Wait, or something? I mean,
I'm sorry. This is very important for Pat's hereditary, that he knows what runs
it
in
was
his
a
family.
minor stroke or an allergy attack.
I think it was a minor heart attack.
Was it an
But it was
E-minor
okay.
stroke?
And I get to the emergency room, and the lady's got the tubes and everything in them, and she looks up and she's like, "Were you at the Improv last night?"
Oh, wow.
Kind of weird situation.
That is so
But then
crazy.
your dad had another stroke because he was busy talking to you.
So proud.
And you were too busy laying pipe to the nurse.
Oh, what do you do? So now to make money, you do the security cameras and what else?
And that's well. I was I had some connections, so one of the companies had a small project going on out here, so I was able to do it for like 6 weeks. And
You do it for like big companies. Security
it
cameras.
was a good project. And I was able
Okay,
to-
how much would it cost for you to mount my TV?
I won't do that.
Well, you can do it.
Yeah.
Tim, how much time do you think you have altogether of jokes of that kind?
I headlined like a small show right before I came out here, but I featured for a while.
It's like 30, 40, 50?
I am really proud of like 25 that I have.
That's great, man.
But I could do like a bar show, I could do it.
That's so great. Well, I mean, I know that I'm definitely interested in seeing more, because those are two of the funniest jokes that I've heard in a while. So, you killed Tim Hamlin, everybody. There he goes. Easy breezy, baby. Can't psych yourself out, bitches. 2 jokes. Bloody murder. Tim Hamlin. He's on Twitter at Tim from the 70s. The number 70S and DA. Tim from the 70s. Tim Hamlin, one more time, everybody. He's got material, not just a 15-inch Republican cock. You know what I mean?
You know, like outfit-wise, you know who you reminded me of a little bit was Chris Porter. I was thinking that.
Yeah.
That wasn't meant to be a joke.
And Travis Bickle too, was it Travis?
You reminded me of the BTK killer.
Yeah, a little bit.
I pulled another name out of the bucket, and this goes by the name of Gary Curtis.
Yo, I got a girlfriend, y'all. Yeah, I try to say it with confidence because I'm still trying to figure out whether I'm bragging or complaining when I say it. One thing about getting in a relationship is it changes your perspective on things. Like, the way you look at things before the relationship is not necessarily how you look at it once you in. Like, when you single, if you go on a date with a girl and she farts, that's a deal breaker. You're like, this nasty ass bitch. But when you get in a relationship, first time your girl fart around you, you be like, that was you? You must love me. It's a little nasty ass. When you single, you ain't out here just sleeping with girls on their periods? Hell no. When I was trying to get something the other week, my girl was like, baby, I got my period. I was like, do I like a sentence to you? Is that shit supposed to stop me? When you single, you ain't out here just sucking on people's toes. Nah, my girl was like, baby, you trying to suck on my toes? I was like, shit, we gotta save something for marriage.
Fuck yes, Gary Curtis. Doing it, getting it done. Staying in the zone, one subject, multiple punchlines, boom, 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 boom. Hitting the speed bag like a pro. And talking about real shit, about your life, hitting it all home. Different style than Tim Hamlin, but another really good set. All right. Somebody said the word fart on stage, so Brian's gonna lose his shit and annoy the podcast listeners for the next few minutes. Oh, he found a wet fart. Here comes an airy fart. I can actually read the board. A pinched fart. That is a pinched fart. Here is a two-tone fart. There you go. Guess what? Sustained fart. Wow. Quick, how about a quick fart? Quick fart. Quick fart, quick fart.
Can I just
No,
say,
a gentle fart. Hey, how many people here would like to hear a squeezed fart? All right, by last but never the least, it literally labeled your standard fart. Wow, I don't know whose standard fart that is. That's a pretty powerful fart. Farts are awesome. I will now,
wait, can I
we are
can I
back.
just say,
Yeah.
I just say we live in truly amazing times. Never before 2016 could a simple boy like myself hear 9 to 12 very distinct.
Well, had you been in the women's room 5 minutes ago, you would have heard her letting one rip. I mean, she came out from the bathroom, people. Come on.
Farts are you can just do farts
all day.
All day.
I could have a podcast instead of this podcast. We could do in front of a live audience an hour and a half long podcast. Me going, "How about wet fart?"
Have you ever taken a shit and then farted at the same time?
Okay,
and
Brian,
shit up?
we let you do your sound effects. You don't get to just do your fart, poop, shit jokes.
Suicide bomber poop.
Brian working out a new minute of his stand-up live in front of you right now. Poop, poop, shit, fart, fart, energy, fuck, pop. So Gary, let's get into it. You fucking killed. You have a good look. How long you been in Los Angeles?
3 years now.
3 years.
I just want to say, as a fellow light-skinned dude, I'm very proud.
Also,
Brian? No slave music. What did I tell you about playing slave? Just because we're a free podcast doesn't mean we can get away with that shit. They're never gonna make us into a TV show if you keep Maz with a laugh of truth on that one.
I like that you call it slave music and it's just a Negro spiritual. Slaves are crying.
White guy, that's what it is. It's slave music.
I thought that's what it is when black men were singing and doing music. Isn't that what the old P. Diddy does? The old slave music?
His ancestors told him, they passed it down. This is slave music.
This is slave.
By the way, which reminds me, I'm gonna toot my own horn. Saturday night, I met Kanye West.
There's a celebrity story.
What was that slave like?
I said, I called him a genius, and I bowed in front of him. I go, "You are a genius, sir." And he laughed and said, "And you are the host of Kill Tony, and I love that show." And so shout out to Kanye West, who listens to every episode. Jesus Christ Almighty is what I call him. But, so Gary, let's get back into it. What do you do for work, buddy?
I work at Tom's.
You work at Tom's?
I'm a financial analyst, yeah.
At the shoe place?
Yeah.
Tom's?
Yeah.
You're a financial analyst for the place that basically like gives shoes away?
Yeah, where you're just like, we should stop half of the stuff we do. And we'll make more money.
Wait, these guys give away shoes? What's the problem?
You get, isn't it like you pay 10 and like another person gets them or something?
It's called 1 for 1 is the motto. So every time somebody buys a pair of shoes from us, we give a pair of shoes to people in need.
To slaves.
So Gary, you might literally be, out of all the financial analysts, you might be working for one of the companies that notoriously just gives the house away, sort of, right?
Brian, how'd you end up with that job?
A recruiter called me.
So were you you were a financial analyst before that?
Yeah.
And he said Tom's would like a financial analyst.
Were you like, I mean, I guess I only have to do half the work, so sure.
The crazy part was when I was a financial analyst at another company, and then I had just got a raise from them, and I was like, all right, I'm good. And then Tom's gave me the offer, and I was like, I don't know if I want to take it because
It was half
I
the
want
money.
to do comedy. But then I came here to the comedy store, and there was literally a Tom's flag like up in the main office in the original room.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I guess it's a sign. They'll give me more money. I should take it.
No, it was literally a sign. It was just a Tom sign.
That's true.
You read too much into it.
Gary, how long you been dating this girl?
This farting princess.
Shit, 2 years, 2.5 years, yeah.
2.5 years. Oh, Brian, seriously, please, I'm begging you to. We did it, we covered it, I made a
Did she really
fart in front of you and everything like that?
Yeah, they squeak out.
Do you fart in front of
She farts in
her?
her sleep more than she does.
Do you fart in front of her?
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Do you fart and let her smell it? That's all good?
Oh yeah.
Did she call you Uncle Tom's?
Yeah.
support Patty Reagan with that semi-quasi-racist stuff right there. Yeah.
Gary, tell us something else interesting about you. What else? Any fun habits or hobbies or anything like that?
You who? I do play ball. This is something that happened today. I was working on a script about Black Wall Street for like the past year, and then it was announced today that John Legend and his production company just inked a deal on a Black Wall Street show. So that was
Really? Oh, there you go.
That's bullshit.
Man.
What kind of financial analysis are you doing that you're working on a script? Like, how much free time do you have at Tom's?
a ton. I got it. Like you said, I only got to do half the work.
So, is there like a big scene of black people on Wall Street that we don't know about?
No, Black Wall
No, Black Wall Street.
In the early 1900s,
Uh-huh.
in Tulsa, was it Tulsa?
It was Tulsa, Oklahoma.
In
yeah.
Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Wow.
there was a Black Wall Street. It was one of the most financially successful places in America. And then a bunch of white people got mad, came in, burned every business to the ground, and then killed over.
Who's clapping for that? Somebody just clapped under the table.
For the education.
How come they never taught us this shit in school? I never.
Why do you?
Well, I mean, they did, but you never took African Americans.
Black people are smart and fiscally responsible. Why did that never come across the
So you're
desk?
saying that Wall Street in New York first started in Tulsa and they stole that idea and took it to New York?
No, they're two completely separate things, but this was a completely black-owned entire neighborhood. I mean, like 600 businesses, huge, fully self-functioning, and then there was one incident that fucking caused the whole riot, race riot, and then the white people burned it down.
What page were you on when you found out that John Legend is doing the series?
On page like 40.
Page 40.
Yeah.
Shit. Tony, you better speed. We can produce that shit before John Legend gets to it.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we hustle up on it, then maybe we can get something done. Gary,
John Legend has a podcast now called Kill Tony Tony.
man, Gary, that's a tough situation. So, did you look into the article? Is John, developing it? Is it already written? Do you know how
So
far
it doesn't
along
look
they
like
are?
it's already written. They just inked a deal with WGN.
Well
America.
then, this is when you put the pressure on, man. If you're into that and you already have 40 pages knocked out, I hit them up on Twitter, Instagram, the this, the that. I take every pathetic approach that there is. Because at the end of the day, if you have 40 pages and anything's of any help to them, then fuck it. I mean, that's the crazy way that you get actual work, is by having work already done.
Unless he gets jealous of your script,
Right.
and burns those 40 pages.
And then he's just gonna steal it from you.
Right. That's yeah.
You could just get in touch and be like, yo, I want to give you some Tom shoes because somebody just bought a pair. So you get a free pair. And then go to deliver it and be like, oh, what's this script that just fell out of my backpack?
What's this third of a script I have on?
Tony, I think John Legend's here.
I was gonna do it, but then he did the slave thing.
For the seventh time in a row without it working correctly.
Yeah, that's John Legend, by the way.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's
Is that
his
the Roll Jordan Roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's gonna play it again now that you said the
I
name.
love my slave music.
No, he went to the Tony Tome Tome reference from 2.5 minutes ago. All right. Gary, all right, man. It was nice to meet you, dude. Anything else? Anything else?
That's it, man.
Is your girlfriend white, yes or no?
No.
And have you had sex during the period?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Well, I guess, no. Yeah.
You had sex with her period in the bed or you went to the shower?
In the bed, we laid a towel down.
Fuck, little chocolate covered cherry, huh?
Nicely done.
Playing the Kool-Aid, man.
Nicely done.
I have a question now. I was gonna let you go, but then all of a sudden you and Yasser did something that blew my white innocent mind. I want to know why you guys fist bumped after he asked if it was a white girl and you said no, and you both put your fists up at the same time, like you're on the Olympic stand or something like that, like about to go like that all the way. But what happened there? Why is that a why is that a thing?
Well, I would say is 2 black men in LA. There are not many black women north of Wilshire. So if you found a black girl to date for 2.5 years, it's quite.
Did you find her north of Wilshire or south of Wilshire?
Actually, I did. I found her not too far from here.
Wow.
Yeah, on Sunset.
Post off. Oh my goodness. Where'd you meet her? Where'd you meet her at?
Unfortunately, the Saddle Ranch. We found love in a hopeless place.
You could have found her at the KFC a few doors down. So I'm glad it was Saddle Ranch.
Yeah, Saddle Ranch. So you're hanging out with your friends. She's hanging out with hers. You see her. What do you say?
It was a friend's birthday brunch. And
Ew,
so
a birthday brunch at Saddle Ranch?
Yeah, what kind of friends do you have?
Another black question. Have you had the cornbread at Saddle Ranch?
Of course.
My God! Actually,
Fun fact for you all, I also have had the cornbread at Saddle Ranch.
It's good. Yo, man, Black Lives Matter, right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, my dog. Spike Lee, yeah! Every black thing I know.
20 years.
Yo, Tom.
I love that Black Lives Matter happened after cornbread. Yeah, Jeremiah.
Never mind. Timing's everything.
Yes, it really is. And I love that you know when to abandon ship and when not to. Oh, all right, Gary, that's it. Gary Curtis, he did it, everybody. There you go. He's on Twitter. GCurtisCSV. We're almost there.
Actually, you know, me and Gary met and we were like waiting to pay for a meter outside. I didn't know he was gonna go up. And there you go.
This is like serious black on black love here, man. This is,
Well, I think it might be about ready to pick up. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty good at pre-analyzing names that I haven't seen before when they're written on paper. This is episode 170. All right, you're at episode. Oh, wait, think. Josh, where are we? He doesn't know, but we're around episode 170. 170 hour-and-a-half long episode. Now, every single time, sure, save your energy. I think you might need it in a second. Now, when you pull names out of the bucket, you start to get a little bit more of a vibe for every time you see a name and the writing and the handwriting and what it's written with, you start to get a better vibe for what you're in for. I get the feeling that by the name and the all capital letter handwriting, and the fact that they wrote over their name a couple times to just make sure it was dark enough, I'm picking up on what might be a very entertaining person. So I want you to open your minds and put your hands together. This is definitely their first time on the show. For Aphrodite.
Watch niggas, not kosher. Shit, niggas only concerned is the bottom line is the stockholders. This is where they come when they count and holders. Hoes cat fights, they
Hey now. I want to talk a little bit about the problem with police brutality toward black people and what some white people have to say about it. We have this lady on location. We have someone that's going to let her talk. She seems to be boiling over to say something about the situation. So we're going to go to her. Her name is Becky Rivers. What do you have to say?
It's Becky Ann Rivers Hay. And I just like to tell y'all that if y'all's black people, you black Negroid people, if you would just listen to the police when they pull y'all's over, this wouldn't be happening. I mean, my mama said that all the black Negroid people are angry, and I don't understand why. I mean, we brought you over on the boat, we let you have a good time, and you're just complaining the whole time since we brought you out here. And we don't understand it.
Becky Ann, why do you have to call black people Negroids?
Well, that's what my mom said, that you're all Negroids and that you really don't know how good you have it here in America. Let us white people tell you how good you have it.
Aphrodite, fuck yeah, very good. Yasser Lister, our senior black correspondent. Here we are, checking in with Yasser Lister.
If I may start.
Don't talk about my ass.
I I'm not. I was going to talk about the fact, number one, that you're wearing lugs, which is the craziest thing. Someone that's
Alright, can we do any other sound other than that?
wearing lugs.
No, that is
Like
true.
Fat Joe in 1998 wore lugs.
Aphrodite.
Also, every time she said Negroid, these two brothers over here just took the biggest size I've ever seen.
They didn't know they were Negroids.
You were like Negroid, I just saw both of them.
That's what they call
Am I allowed to say that word? Probably not, right? Okay, very good.
The word is Negroid, but she added an I to make it worse.
Aphrodite, you have a lot of big features about you. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, shall we? All right. Aphrodite, how long have you been doing comedy? Tell the truth.
Since the other night.
Since the other night. Just started. There you go. Hands good for Aphrodite, one of the
Actually,
newest
I did it 20
comedians.
years ago.
Once, right?
No, actually, I hard fight people for like weeks at a time.
Weeks at a time.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
I just gave it up because I love singing.
And what do you like to sing?
A little bit of everything. I'm actually a recording artist.
You're a recording artist? Fuck yeah, I like your style. Do you always put your lipstick on your teeth, or is that an accident?
No, I just waiting for a freaky white boy to come lick it off, you know what I'm
It is not my birthday, and you better keep looking, Aphrodite.
By that he means a mirror when you put lipstick on. So
would
you don't
break
make a
me
mistake
into
again.
so many pieces. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
And even at 60 years old, honey.
You're 60?
I'm 60.
Oh my god, holy shit. You're almost as old as the actual Aphrodite.
That's right. But guess what? My ass is very youthful.
It is? Do you say it's youthful? Are you saying that because you're wearing a diaper right now?
Bad boy move, okay?
Hey,
What's that?
Tony,
I can make this bad boy move.
I think what we need to do is have a twerk off so we can...
Oh, shit. Can't play it. You go first.
Twerk, twerk,
I want to freestyle with your bad ass baby.
and play. Twerk, and play.
Your first twerker, Jeremiah Watkins, ladies and gentlemen.
And this is real ass, you know, this ain't none of that $9.95 ass. that you-
$9.95 ass.
We'll twerk for food.
Well, let me.
Nice.
And by that, she has twerked a lot.
Well, I would like to say that my mom is.
For those of you that missed it, by the way, Maz said we'll twerk for food, and Jeremiah said by the looks of it, she's been twerking a lot. Too good to be true. Yes, or Lester, you're about to say something about your mom, who, if you're about to admit, is Aphrodite right now.
I was gonna say my mom just turned 56 years old, and if I find out in 4 years she just did what you just did, I will kill myself.
Get ready to die, baby. Get ready. Get ready.
Aphrodite, you have any kids?
No, I don't like men that much, you know. I like them a lot, but not that much.
Well, who are you? You're in the ladies?
No, hell no. I hate a bitch. I hate women.
You hate women?
I hate the bitches.
Why do you hate them? Why do you hate them?
They're always keeping up some shit. What's wrong with half of them? They haven't been laid since 1902. That's what's wrong with half of them. Really. They coming home to dry pussies. That's what's wrong with the bitches.
Oh shit, Aphrodite.
Wait, as in the dry pussies are their roommates?
No, they don't even know what to do with them anymore. They haven't used them in so long, they don't even know what they are anymore.
These women are from 1902?
Yeah.
That usually means they have dry pussy.
Aphrodite, let's say I take you back to my place tonight. What's the first move you pull on me? What's your first base? What's your first move?
I pull out a pen, make your ass write a check, motherfucker.
Wait a second. You said you'll pull out a pen and make my ass write a check?
That's right.
Like you're gonna put the pen in my ass and then make me sort of like just like lean over or something?
Donald Trump's ass. Same thing I've been doing.
Wait. Now that can either mean one of two things. That A, you're gonna stick a pen up my ass.
Oh, you know you white people like a freak.
Do you actually accept checks?
What?
Do you accept checks?
Hell no.
All right.
Cash only.
Not for white people.
Have you ever been with a white man before? No?
No.
Well,
Really?
Do you want
Probably in another life. In another life on the plantation, I know they rode my ass a lot. I'm sure they did.
Well, depending on
But in this life, I'm fucking white.
Is Zachary Stein still here?
Yeah.
This guy paid $140 for a black hooker last night,
I
so.
don't believe his dick is big. I don't believe it at all.
Zachary Stein, where are you?
We got a privacy curtain
Well,
right
somebody
here.
go try to find Zachary Stein wherever the fuck he
I don't
is.
trust you guys.
Oh, dude.
What dark corner is he mumbling in?
Yeah, I don't. What's his name?
There's no better way
Zach
than.
Stein.
Yeah, Zach Stein.
His name is Stein?
Necronomicon in.
Give me a beat. Bring that motherfucker
Oh
out.
shit. Here she goes, Aphrodite getting into it.
Come on. Get your hands up. Get your hands up. I said, Stein, bring your hands up. Get right now. Stein, bring your dick ass out here. I want to see her from the show. Hey, I don't want to leave no damn thing until I see it for myself. My ass is real. I got sex appeal. And I'm waiting for anybody in this audience. Try me out. Sorry.
Fuck yeah.
Yes, Stein, bring your hands out right now. Sorry.
Fuck yeah.
I don't fucking like
The new leader of President Watkins. Meet your new band leader, Aphrodite. Aphrodite and her new sex slaves.
I'm trying to give white people some soul in my lifetime. I'm just.
That was amazing. You're like Alabama milkshakes. Really good one.
I like chocolate and big nuts.
If you're not dying at that, Google Alabama shakes when you get home. Remember the sound that you heard here. Do it now!
That's right.
Oh, back to Brian has found another reason to go back to his fart app.
The reason I don't believe Stein has a big dick, because I dated a man with a big dick, and he just didn't look like he had a big dick up here. He looked like he had some kind of, towels or something rolled up in his pants.
Ooh, Zach Cruz.
Maybe he had a bottle of Vidal Sassoon shampoo.
Aphrodite.
Well, I like the idea of Zachary Stein being like, okay, I'm going out, I gotta wrap my dick in towels. So everyone thinks it's gigantic, and I'm gonna go do some comedy.
That is so fun. Aphrodite, what else about you? You single right now? Married? What's your deal?
Now she's
I'm single and I'm dealing with a luscious black man who has a big dick.
That was a wet fart if you're
He's
wondering.
amazing. He's my religion. He's saving me.
Damn, what is
I'm gonna
it?
join his church.
How old is he?
I feel like he's 35.
He's 8 years younger than me.
52.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
But he's old. I usually date much younger guys.
See?
You should totally. She should totally get with Zach.
But he's got a great body and a great dick. What can I say?
He does. What does he do for
Regulators, I
work?
mean, you
He's
can't
an
back on that
actor.
go off.
He's a bodybuilder. He's a personal trainer.
Wow.
Keep on turning. I'm thinking of Tina Turner, right?
But I caught him watching my ass, so I knew what's up.
Aphrodite, how do you make a living?
Well, actually, I'm going back to work now as a singer. I've been going through surgery. Believe it or not, I had both hips replaced. My bones had deteriorated in both hips. I sing with a band called Breakerstra. We're a funk and soul band, been all over the world together. And now
Breakerstra?
Breakestra, Breakeestra. We're on YouTube and all of that.
I love that.
And I'm also working with a group called Joker Fire, some Latin funk guys, and we're gonna do the Ford Theater next month.
Holy shit.
So I'm going back to work finally after getting my ass cut wide open.
Well, congratulations.
It's amazing what they can do for you. I had 20 staples on this side and 17 on this side.
Wow, you're like
And I
the
almost did a
Staples
felony
Center.
in the hospital because this lady wouldn't let me sleep.
Say that again?
I almost did a felony in the hospital because this lady wouldn't let me sleep.
Oh yeah, what'd you almost do?
Well, I had a little thing of cinnamon because their seasoning is not.
Thing of what?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
I bring spices to the hospital because the food sucks.
Oh, the actual spice.
Yeah, spices.
I thought you were talking about your cousin.
I'm black, man. What did I tell you?
You don't know my cousin Cinnamon Diet?
That's right. Cinnamon Jones. You know what I'm saying?
You know her sister Spice?
But I bring garlic and onion powder and all of that so that I don't, go crazy on the food and stuff.
Right.
So
I got my friends,
mind told me-
paprika, oregano.
That's right.
My last name is Lowry.
She wouldn't let me sleep, so my mind told me to throw the cinnamon bottle at her head if she pulled the curtain back one more time.
Oh, shit.
My mind said, okay, if the bitch pulls the curtain back one more fucking time, we're gonna crack her in her fucking dome.
Your mind was telling you no, but your body was telling you yes.
No, my
I think I hit the note better than you did. I gotta keep it realsies.
I feel like there's one note, and that's
Dying from getting killed by cinnamon would be a very interesting.
Oh, what happened?
And a tasty way to die.
I was murdered by a woman named Aphrodite.
But I changed my mind, because they never believe you in court if you're black. So if I told them that she was aggravating me and I cracked her in her dome, they're...
I learned something today about Wilshire Boulevard. So let me ask you this, Aphrodite.
Okay.
How far south of Wilshire do you live?
I live in the hood where it's all good and you can put that on your hood every day. Okay?
That's a black way of saying
South Central, motherfucker.
What?
What did you say there?
I said that's the black way of saying I live in a horrible part of town.
No! I actually got a great place in South Central. I've been there over 3 years. I was homeless before that, believe it or not, and I sang at the shelter.
I live in I live in South Central too. Unfortunately,
How far south, man?
South Central West Hollywood.
Yeah.
So Aphrodite, man, I feel like I could fucking talk to you all night. It's sort of disappointing.
It's just gonna cost your ass. That's
What?
you spend all night. I don't talk all night for fucking free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you want to charge me money to hang out.
I need money, motherfucker.
Did you intend to come to the comedy show tonight? Or
Bitch, man, I am on
What I love is that the first girl didn't even know she was on the show, and Aphrodite's just owning it, going into songs and shit like it's nothing.
Like walking by the club, he's like, I'll go work this club for a minute. Walked in.
Yeah.
Tony, Amanda, give me some cash.
Maybe they could be a 2-person troupe.
See, that's why they don't put old people on the show, because we talk too fucking much.
No, I like it, Aphrodite. You're interesting as fuck.
But I'll be sexy to the end. Fuck the bullshit.
What?
I'll be sexy to the end.
Wait, I think there's some real, if we want to get into your comedy at all, the race issues, that's always going to be a little bit tough, because it's like...
It's alright, I'm black.
It's a hard subject, but your hatred for women is entertaining.
Oh, I hate the bitches. I hate them.
What's the... You ever get into a cat fight before?
Say, hey, what?
You ever get into a fight with another girl?
No, I don't fight, bitch. I shoot the shit out of a hoe.
You shoot hoes? Aphrodite.
I wish I would get out there and swing on a bitch when I can shoot the bitch first.
That's the name of
What
your special is called I shoot hoes.
Yeah.
My grandmother was packing and she didn't play. She shoot the shit out of you. She'd tell my daddy, Junior, I'll shoot you right between the eyes, Junior.
Did she ever shoot anybody?
My grandmother had a pistol.
But did she ever shoot anybody?
No, because they knew not to fuck with her.
Tony, I'm starting to think that Aphrodite is just Martin Lawrence in drag.
Hey, who got the weed up in this motherfucker?
Oh, wow. There we go. Aphrodite, I think I just saw a couple staples fall out of your skirt. There she goes, everybody. Aphrodite! Aphrodite still talking into the microphone. 60 seconds after I let her go.
Thank you, baby.
There she goes, Aphrodite, everybody. You met her here on Kill Tony, her first appearance ever. Please come back, Aphrodite. Don't let that be the last Aphrodite. There she goes. Please don't fall down those stairs. Aphrodite is on Twitter. I know you're wondering, how do I spell that? Afrodyete. She double bolded it just to make sure that you know how to spell it. At Aphrodite. D-Y-E-T-E. All right, now what's cool about this show is that we pull names out of a bucket, but every single week we have one regular that does a brand new 60 seconds. Now, a lot of you have been asking about Melissa Esslinger, and let me just cover it real quick. She's taking a break from the show. Might be temporary, might be longer. It's a hard struggle to do stand-up and to write a new minute every single week, and we take chances with people, and it's a very hard thing to do, and we sort of liked her for her, you know, I don't get it, nervousness, and it sort of backfired over and over and over again. So we're just taking a break from Melissa Esslinger so you can stop tweeting and asking me what happened to Melissa Esslinger. She's going to be signing up for the bucket with the rest of the comedians very soon. So there you go.
Melissa, if you're listening, we still love you.
I mean, it's something that, by the way, and you know, you hear some people like laughing, like I'm like it's like a joke to them. But I mean, you know, by the way, I sort of take that as a loss and like a tough situation because, you know, I wanted the best and I wanted everything to work out, but it just sort of doesn't.
Was she demoted? Is that what happened?
I would call it a little bit more than that. A little bit more than a demotion. She sort of doesn't have a regular spot on the show every week anymore.
Deserves it.
There you go, obviously a long-time listener, and we also found the guy that was clapping under the table for the Black Wall Street thing. There you are, you motherfucker. All right, so with no further ado, we do still have one regular who does maintain the position of one of the hardest jobs in all of comedy, writing and performing a brand new 60 seconds every single week of the year with another new minute. Put your hands together for Vanessa Johnston.
Hi guys. Who here's been fired? Didn't fire yourself. No, it's one person in a sea of comics. Oh, okay. Okay. You know when you get fired and it comes as a shock to you because you're smarter than your boss? You're like, you're gonna fire me? That's not possible, dude. I already fired you. I decided your dumbass was my boss the second week of working here. So at this point you just say whatever, you just don't care. You're like, listen, I don't care about you or your family. All I know is your wife's name is Cunt. And that she ate the last piece of chicken at the company holiday party. Honestly, this coffee maker could break and choke on a bean. I don't give a fuck. So you give up, you go back to your desk in your little swivel chair. You make the chair go up and down because that's the only control you have in life. You're like, I can make it go as high as I want, as low as I want. I'm like the CEO of his chair.
It's actually really funny. Fun fact, I literally only work in an office officially in any capacity annually for 1 week from 10 a.m. until, you know, like 10 p.m. during the week of the taping of the Comedy Central Roast. I help write for the celebrities on the roast. Today was my first day doing that office job, and I, indeed, spent a lot of the day doing that on the chair. That is one of the interesting things. You lift up the weight, you lift up the thing, it goes, and it comes back up. I sit down and I put it back down. I spin around over and over again, thinking about these fucking dumbass celebrities that I have to make fun of. And I just keep doing it over and over again. So I can actually relate to the weird chair thing.
That technology is amazing. I wonder if like it happened because there was a guy at a meeting and there was like a dude that was just like too tall for the chair and he's like, how can I bring that shit down? Exactly, and some dude was like, "That's fucking amazing."
You know what? I actually know who invented that chair. It was Aphrodite.
Our bet.
She sat and it became a swivel chair. By the way, Vanessa, your mouth, your words are kind of garbled. You sound like when you're
Remember the guy who's garbling his fucking words. Okay.
Vanessa, you sound like a female Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It is a little hard to understand certain times. Is that just how the way you talk, or is that like, or was that like on stage?
Did you grow up around New York City detectives?
Fire back, Vanessa. Don't let him do that to you. When somebody says you sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you have to fire back. You know what I mean? Look at that fucking loser.
Look like a mob.
This is your training ground, Vanessa. You can let it rip.
No, I'm not gonna give him more stage time.
Can you do like say unique New York? Unique New York.
Yeah, unique New
We
York.
just had the unique New York up here.
No.
Unique
Yeah.
New York. I love New York.
That's a bunch of lipstick. There's lipstick on the microphone.
Is there really?
Mine, that's
No,
from
it's-
Aphrodite.
Trust me, we know it's from
Boyfriend.
Aphrodite. Aphrodite left lipstick everywhere up here. The stage used to be white before she was on. That's cool. Well, Vanessa, what else was going on in the world? Did you really get fired?
This was a couple of jobs ago. But whoa. Oh, it's Chad, it's Brian.
Oh, hey, Brian with the old classic. Oh my God, this kid is.
That's fine.
There you go. All right, back to the show.
Can you imagine Red Band like pitching a show to
No,
networks?
I can't. That's why I don't let him take any part of the pitching of this podcast into a TV show. Just waiting until we actually make it into a TV show, and I'm gonna go, yo, dude, we're making a show. Be on your best fucking behavior. And I hope he's ready for that when that happens, because yeah, he definitely couldn't. Oh, hey, Brian. How'd it go in there? I didn't notice anything. So did you get fired, or you just
A
riffing?
couple of jobs ago.
Yeah, you've been fired before.
But I mean, I experienced that same sort of boss dynamic where it's like, oh, you don't know what you're doing.
What was the
You know?
job?
There was, I worked at I was like a manager of a restaurant bar thing by accident. And then I
took the job
By
by accident.
By accident? What happened?
You applied, went on multiple interviews, and then
You signed up.
They gave me a different job.
You signed up on the front patio of the Comedy Store.
But how did you end up? Yeah, managing is a big like. How did that happen accidentally then?
Zachary Stein got referred to be a manager, so who knows?
I really wanted to be a waiter since I was 12, and my
Oh,
dad
big
wouldn't let me.
My whole life I've wanted to be a waiter.
That is so adorable. That is hilarious. All my life I always wanted to be a waiter. It's
Were you like
the-
a fan of the TV show Alice?
It's like the opposite of the beginning of Goodfellas. All my life I knew I always wanted to be a waiter.
So
what's your drink? Oh, I
Yeah.
love giving sodas to the people. And various chicken sandwiches.
Did you ever get to do it?
No,
You
no one's
just
ever
went
hired me
straight
to be a
to being a
waiter.
She went to interview and then met her
And they gave me
manager.
a manager. It was so annoying.
Oh, no.
And then everyone left the place, and so I was running it by myself. This was like a 5-star, 5-diamond place. It was in Beverly Hills.
Wow.
And then the new manager came in, and I was controlling everything, and got mad, and was like, "Fuck you."
Oh, I love that Cheesecake Factory.
What was the restaurant?
I mean, I'm not gonna, you know.
Just
Well,
say
you've
it.
been fired.
Just say it. I mean, we should
But
all know what restaurant
I
you can
strongly-
just walk in and
I
just get a manager's position.
Yeah, and I strongly doubt they're gonna listen to this show and then come and take
That's
legal
true.
action against
We
you.
here at Spago.
My sister works at Spa.
She's a waitress?
No, she's a chef.
Oh, I was about to say that bitch. She got the job. that you
Yeah.
wanted. What was the restaurant?
Scarpetta. Well, it was the
Oh, I-
Montage, Beverly Hills. Yeah.
It's a good restaurant.
Oh, you just messed up. My dad owns that restaurant.
All right. Well, Vanessa, you threw out a new minute out there. You were talking about stuff that people can relate to, getting fired, talking about the swivel chair, you know.
And a good moment of crowd work was she said, "Who's been fired?" And they all lied and nobody clapped. And then she's like, "Really? A bunch of comics
I
that
can't
get fired?"
believe two guys with tank tops sitting next to each other have never been fired from a job ever in history.
Yeah.
That guy's looking. He doesn't think you're talking about him.
These guys are all in there.
are being swole and we've never been fired.
Couple of guys.
So funny.
I've been starting a team for the past 6 years.
Uh-oh, there he is, Conspiracy Pat. So, fuck yeah, Vanessa, you did it again. I'd love to see you blast Pat sometimes, because it seems like every Monday he
I
talks a
think we'd
little bit
all
of
like to
shit.
see her blast Pat. You know? Yeah.
Jeremiah, blast isn't a sexual maneuver that a woman can do to a man.
I think she's just trying to avoid looking at them. Like these two. Ugh. Let me just look over here.
She does treat them like they're like idiot little brothers or something like that.
It's like Lenny and Squiggy over there.
That seems like a kid who has a crush. He's just like, you're stupid.
Yeah,
She's just like, I don't
exactly.
care. You look ugly.
All right. Vanessa, great stuff. Another new minute from Vanessa Johnson. Twitter, Instagram, Vanessa Johnson, dude.
My dream was to be a waiter, but I became a manager.
All right, everybody, let's just get into the end of it, shall we? Watkins and Reagan were the band tonight. How about that?
Yeah, guys. You can follow me on social media at Jeremiah Standup. I'm in a movie with Yasser Lester on video on demand called The Bet.
Yasser's shaking his head no.
I saw it. I liked it. I went to the premiere.
Yeah, you went to the premiere of The Bet? Yasser didn't even attend his own premiere, but
I was in New York.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Jeremiah, get the rest of your plugs out there, you machine.
Okay, and the Goddamn Comedy Jam airs this Sunday on Comedy Central and MTV after the VMAs, so watch it.
Pat Reagan, Patty Reagan on Twitter. What else?
Listen to my music and watch the Eric Andre show every Friday at midnight.
Pat is one of the main writers on the Eric Andre show. Joel Jimenez is on Twitter at Mostly Sorry. Always hilarious. You were on fucking point all night tonight. Absolutely love the live dynamic you bring to the show. Joel Jimenez, one of my new favorite people on the fucking planet. Look at tonight's drawing, everybody. That's Ryan J. Ebelt. He draws that. Those prints are all available at RyanJEbelt.com. All those proceeds go to Ryan J. Ebelt. And also the official Kill Tony poster. Check that out. Hey, that's the only piece of merch available. I didn't, we still haven't made that part of our set yet, but that'll be here next week. We're getting that framed on a non-reflective frame so that you can see it every episode and buy one, you cheap fucks. Yasser Lester, what's going on?
Nothing.
On Twitter at Yasser Lester, YASSIRLESTER. Him and I started together 9 years ago.
No.
One of my favorite, truly hilarious
Literally
people.
one of the funniest and most brilliant comedians, writers, whatever you want to say. Tony is brilliant, and I'm so glad you guys are coming.
Yasser is as well. He's in New York City, absolutely killing it. We all started together. Me, him, Gerard, Willie Hunter, Jeremiah, a bunch of fucking beasts.
Yasser, being honest, you have a show coming out in the fall, right?
In spring.
In the spring. He's got his own show coming out in the spring, everybody.
What's it coming out on, Yasser? Tell us now.
It's coming out on Fox.
Fox, I think I heard of that.
You're in the NFL?
Yeah.
We're the Super Bowl. What are you, the new light-skinned Simpsons or something like that?
Kind of. I'm the new light-skinned friend. But it comes on after The Simpsons.
You have a name for it?
Awesome. Yeah, it's called Making History.
Guys, my pal that I started with has his own show after The Simpsons. I have my own show after they show videos in the fucking main room. He's following The Simpsons. Maz Jobrani, one of the greats, ladies and gentlemen.
You're making me feel old, Tony. You guys, you young kids.
Pelvis.
Persian Elvis, otherwise known as Pelvis. No, this was fun, man. I told my wife I had to leave the house. She was a little upset, but hopefully she doesn't listen to this to see what I was doing. Yeah, I got my special just came out on Netflix. Check it out. I'm not a terrorist, but I play one on TV.
I'm not a terrorist, but I play one on TV, on Netflix, our favorite network in the world. The #1 way to consume visual audio products is by Netflix. I mean, other than, of course, DeathSquad.tv, where you can watch all your Kill Tonys. Have fun. Live audience, what can I say other than thank you? We'll see you on the front patio if you want to say hello. Have a good night, everybody. Take care. Good night.
We turn on the house lights. See you, bud.